Marrying a Japanese woman is hell. Marrying a Japanese woman is prison. Marrying a Japanese woman is being locked in a room by yourself for days and days on end. Being forced to watch reruns of The Big Bang Theory while someone slowly gives you paper cuts and drips lemon juice into your paper cuts. I'm about to ruffle some feathers right here. Check it out. Today, I was walking around in Tokyo, doing my thing, being young James, being handsome, walking around in Tokyo, blessing the people, blessing the earth, the locals with my presence, right? And guess what happened? Koe kakerareta. Koe kakerareta. Ore ga nanka shiranai hito ni koe kakerareta. I was summoned, I was called upon, I was talked to by someone I didn't know, a voice I didn't recognize, an English voice. Oh, who? I'm in Tokyo, who's speaking English to me? What do you know? It's an old fella. It's an older white gentleman. It's an older, skinny, pickle-nosed, pale-faced, looking like he hasn't gotten out of his apartment in 34 years, skinnier than a toothpick looking mother. And he goes, "Hey man, where you from?" Because when you're white and you're in an Asian country and you see another white person, you have to talk to them, right? It's literally, it's some type of unwritten rule. You have to talk. You have to say, "Hey man, where you from?" You have to talk to them. Even if they're just mind their own business, you gotta talk to them. You gotta strike up some type of stupid conversation that I'm sure you give to every single white person that you see every single day here in Tokyo, right? And I say, "Hello, I'm from America." And he goes, "Huh, America? Obviously. What part of America?" Why would it be obvious, dude? There are probably less Americans here in terms of like white foreigners than other white foreigners here. Probably way more French people, Italians, whatever. Especially considering how many Americans there are in the world. But anyways. "But obviously America, what part?" And I say, "Chicago." And he goes, "I'm from Baltimore." And he goes, "I've been here for 15 years. Married to a Japanese woman." Hell. Suddenly gets so serious. Out of nowhere. Dude, I'm just trying to go about my day. I'm trying to do my normal thing. And this dude starts trauma dumping on me. Hell, he says. Gets so serious. I'm like, "Why are you telling me this?" And he goes, "How long you been here?" And I was like 2.5, almost 3 years. And he goes, "Ugh, you're gonna hate it." Already fits the stereotype. How many times have I talked about this on my channel? Skinny, dorky, lame AF, loser-looking white dude comes to Japan, ends up hating Japan, and then just talks shit about Japan to everyone that they meet. Anyways, he goes on, and he's like, "I hate it here. I can't wait. I've missed my home country. I've missed Europe for years and years and years. I hate it. I hate my wife. We don't talk to each other anymore." And I'm just like, okay, like whatever. I kind of start tuning this dude out. Then the conversation dies a little bit. I kind of ignore him, like kind of getting on my way, right? Who's whistling? Someone's whistling at me? Oh, I shouldn't be surprised. It happens on the daily. Anyways, conversation dies out. I start getting on my way. And then I realize where we are in public, this dude's trying to speak to Japanese people. The guy that's lived here for 15 years. And he can't say anything in Japanese. He's not even trying. He's just speaking like angry English at people in public. Like angry English at the people that he was trying to get something from. And they're speaking Japanese, and he has no fucking idea what they're saying. This dude that's lived here for 15 years. No clue what they're saying, like very basic Japanese. And I had to go over and I had to translate for this dude. Mind you, I've been here, like I said, I've been here for like a little over 2.5 years. This dude's been here for 15 years, and not only has he been here for 15 years, he's married to a Japanese woman. He's in hell. You have at your disposal a perfect Japanese learning resource right there every single day. Not everybody has that. I sure as hell don't have that. And you've been here for 15 years. What the hell is your excuse, dog? Anyways, I watched him angrily communicate with these Japanese people in English, and like I said, they didn't know what the fuck he's saying. I came over, I translated for him, went on my way. But as soon as I left, I was fuming. I was fuming because if you are a white dude or a foreigner in Japan, I'm sure you have heard this a million different times. Never marry a Japanese woman. From every foreign white dude over the age of 40 in Japan, they all say the same shit. Hey man, whatever you do, never marry a Japanese woman. Never get married to a Japanese woman. It's miserable. They withhold sex. They boss you around. They don't care for you at all. They treat you like shit. And guess motherfucking what? Guess what every single one of those dudes has in common? A couple things, actually. A couple things. Let's start off with this one. They got a small pickle. No, I'm just kidding. That's not actually number one, but it's probably in there somewhere. But the real number one is they either don't speak at all or they speak terrible Japanese. They speak terrible Japanese, or they don't speak any Japanese at all. And how many times have I said it on this channel? If you guys live here, this is Japan. They don't speak English here. If you want to do anything, if you want to get any type of respect, if you want to have any type of legit job opportunity outside of being an English teacher, which generally pays like minimum wage and is kind of seen as like, it's like a meme here. It's like a joke. Oh, you're an English teacher? Like, ugh. Even like the Japanese people even know that. Like, you're a fucking English teacher? Ugh. Very, very small chance you can extend your business. If you're an English teacher, you can level up, you can get raises, you can move on to the next bigger, better thing. Like I said, pays like shit. It's kind of seen as a joke here. A lot of people use it as just a chance to get a visa, come here and fuck around for a couple years and go back home. And then some of those people come around, fuck around for a few years, and then a few years turn into a few teen years. 20 years, and they're out here looking like a dumbass, and they fucked around for 15, 20 years just teaching English and dicking around at the hub on the weekends, never actually learned any real skills. Met some type of Japanese wife because they had a fetish. Okay, sorry, let me get back to my list of things that they have in common. So the number one thing is, A, they speak terrible Japanese, or they don't speak any Japanese at all. B, number two, most of them have this yellow fever fetish. They literally don't care. Like, they can't, not only they don't care, they can't see, guys, back me up if there are any players watching the video, back me up. If there are any guys who actually can attract women, who have experience with women, who have had attention from women before, you guys, like, when you see a girl, when a girl gives you attention, and you can choose your women a little bit, you know what's a high quality woman, what's a good looking woman, and what's not. See, when there are guys who have never had attention from women in their entire lives, never in America, never any success, and then somebody tells them, okay, if you go to Japan, you can meet this small, very small percentage of Japanese women who will love foreigners just because you're a foreigner, because they have a weird fetish for you, and they will give you this attention. They go, oh shit, first ticket out of America, I'm gone. They go to Japan. The first girl that shows them attention, doesn't fucking matter what they look like. Doesn't fucking matter what they look like, because if you've never had any type of female attention in your life and someone gives you a little bit of attention, zing, yowza, dude, you're on full torque. And so they get in this relationship with this girl. The girl's got a fetish for them, doesn't actually know about them as a real person, hasn't actually thought about the future, but they got some type of weird fetish for them. They got this white savior fetish. And then the dude has this yellow fever fetish, and he just, like I said, doesn't matter if the girl's actually good looking, doesn't matter if she's fucking crazy. They don't even know if the girl's, they can't see past that shit, because they just see the first girl that's given them attention their entire life, and they're all in. So they got this, so the second thing, they've got this yellow fever fetish, and the girl that they got with has this white savior fetish. They're not thinking rationally at all. Not thinking rationally at all. Like I said, never had any experience with women before. Can't see this shit. Can't learn how to dial in and see past the facade and all the crazy shit that goes on in relationships. And number three, what was number three? Number one was they speak shitty Japanese. Number two was that they've got a fetish. Oh yeah, and number three was a lot of these people came here kind of ties into number 2. A lot of these people came here for the purpose of finding a girl or finding a wife. Now, don't get me wrong. If you came out here to pursue the Japanese language, if you came out here for schooling, if you came out here and you were on your purpose, you came out here to challenge yourself, find yourself, do whatever, and you've got goals, and then a girl happens to come into the picture while you're out here grinding, you're still focused on something else primarily, that's totally different. That's totally different. Now, obviously, me here, I'm way too focused on my goals. Like you guys know, I don't be dating too much because I got way too much going on, guys. I gotta go to the gym. I gotta watch my YouTube. I got a lot of stuff going on. So these guys, they come out here. They don't speak the language. They got this weird fetish, weird shit. And then they get into this relationship with this girl. They came out here specifically to find a wife, and say they had an English teaching visa, say it expires, they don't get hired again. They're trying to figure out some type of other visa. Oh shit, we gotta rush into a marriage. So I can stay here with their weird fetish wife that they have, who they don't even know each other. They can't even communicate on a seriously deep level because they don't speak each other's languages. They haven't attempted to assimilate very deeply into the other person's culture. Maybe the girl did a little bit into this guy, but this guy doesn't fucking speak Japanese. He doesn't have Japanese friends. He doesn't know how to mingle with the Japanese people. He doesn't understand the Japanese culture and traditions. He can't hang out with their family. Then they get into this relationship. Guys, they do not understand each other. And okay, that's all fine and dandy, and everyone, I know how many people I've talked to say, oh, that's all fine and dandy for me. I mean, I've been dating this girl for 1 year and we're great. Yeah, hey man, maybe you are, and God bless you. I hope nothing ever happens. I obviously hope nothing ever happens to you. However, it's not gonna happen 1 year in usually, because you're still in the honeymoon phase, dude. Years in, check it out. Let me paint a little picture. Let me paint a scenario for you. You come out here saying, I need to meet a Japanese girl. I want a Japanese wife. I heard that there's a small percentage, guys, you heard it from Young James, a very small percentage of Japanese women who seriously want to date foreigners. So I left my home country to come out here, find a girl, find a wife. The way I would stay here is by getting her to marry me as quickly as possible, getting that visa, staying here, and I'm going to teach English because it's the easiest job that I can get here, lowest amount of effort. Don't have to try to learn the language. I can teach English. I can be comfortable. Don't have to get out of my bubble and actually do things that challenge myself every day. And I'm going to marry this girl. Guess what happens 5-10 years down the line? This girl, once that fetishization little slows down a little bit, dies down a little bit. You've been dating for a couple years now. Fucking Mariko, your Japanese wife, your J-wife. Guys, I hate that, by the way. I hate when all these guys say, I got a J-wife. So cringe. Mariko, your Japanese wife. Mariko, is that even a Japanese girl's name? I'm sure it is. She starts realizing, you know what? I really wish I could take this guy around my friends. My friends all have date nights with all of their husbands, and they all go out together, but I can never bring Joseph, because Joseph doesn't speak any Japanese, and he doesn't know how to mingle with them. He doesn't understand the culture, so I can never actually do what my friends are doing, and that's kind of embarrassing for me. And my parents, guys, keep it in mind, Japanese people, they like to stick to their own. And the parents have a large say in what goes down in the relationships out here, more than the West at least. And my parents don't like that this guy doesn't speak the language here. And when he comes over, he needs me to translate to my parents for him. I mean, sure, he's nice and all, but I mean, he's sweet. But he needs me to translate for him all the time. Every time he needs to go to the bank, every time he needs to go to the Kuyakusho, the city hall, I have to stop what I'm doing because he can't talk to people there. He can't figure it out on his own, so I have to stop. I have to be his mother, and I have to go and translate for him at the bank, at the city hall. He doesn't know. He can't even go to Japanese restaurants and read the Japanese menus. He has to go to places that all have English menus everywhere. I literally have to be this dude's mother. Once she starts living with you and realizing this shit. She might not realize this shit when you've been 1 year into the relationship, you live in separate apartments, the only time you meet is on the weekends, and you go out to some, you get down to Shibuya or Shinjuku, but when you're living together and you have to do this shit together, and she starts realizing this, Mari, her husband Hiroshi, he gets a raise every year because he's Japanese and he speaks Japanese and he has a real office job here. He gets a raise every year. And so does her husband. And so does her husband. And all my Japanese friends and their Japanese husbands, they're leveling up every year. They're getting more respect in society. By the way, status is so much more important here than it is in the West. Obviously, it's important in the West too. But in Japan, status is so important. What's your job? What's your husband's job? What kind of family do you come from? Oh, and then you think she's proud to go tell everyone, oh, my husband's an English teacher. And then people know out here, oh, he's probably making like close to minimum wage. I mean, not all of them, of course, not all of them, but oh, probably doesn't speak the language. Oh, probably can't really get around on his own out here. And she's got to be your fucking mother. And guys, if your wife is working full-time too, there's a good chance, because like I said, not all, but most English teachers make shit money. If your wife is working full-time, there's a good chance she's making more money than you. I'm going to say some shit that's going to ruffle some feathers. Girls do not want to have a husband, do not want to be dating someone that is making less than them. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. There are studies, I think it was Harvard or something, there are studies, you can look this shit up online. Relationships, marriages, the couples are way more satisfied, have way more sex, way happier with each other when the man makes more money than the wife. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to go on a little rant right here. If you guys have ever read the book The Rational Male, it's by Rollo Tomassi. It's a great book about male and female relations, understanding male nature and female nature, how relationships work. Frame is everything. Frame meaning one person's got a frame, right? They got a picture frame. They're building a life for themselves. Another person has a frame and they're building their life, and for themselves they have their frame, right? And in every single relationship you have, male to male, just your friends, with everyone, I know someone's going to say, no, they're 50-50 relationships. There's never any exactly 50-50 relationship. In every single relationship that you have, someone is more dominant than the other. You have to step into their frame a little bit. You have to kind of do things that they want to, even if you don't notice it, to a very slight percentage. That is true. In relationships, in male to female, or romantic relationships, I should say, this is more important than anything. And girls want to enter your frame. Girls want to support you. Girls want to submit to you. Girls want you to be the badass. Girls want you to be the man. The man. And if you have this frame, if you're the boss, I'm not saying boss like be a douchebag, but if you're the king and you treat the people around you, and you're queen like she is your queen, that leads to the happiest relationship. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. You guys look it up for yourselves. And do you think a queen wants a king who left his country because he couldn't find any women that would give him the time of day in his own country, so he ran away to a different country where he doesn't speak the language, where he's floundering in society, has no respect for himself, people don't have any respect for him, has no status, can't do anything on his own, works a minimum wage job, and you think that she wants to have you be her king? Hell no, dude. What you're doing right there, when you are doing that, when you leave your country, you come here to chase after girls. When you simp, yeah, I said simp. This is where simping gets you. You come out here and you are entering in her frame. She is doing everything for you. She has to translate for you. She has to be your fucking mommy, dude. Like, when somebody tells you, you're the man, bro. Like, you're the man. And let me say this again. Nothing wrong with women. We love women. Women are incredible. I love women. But you're the man. Men and women are beautiful in their own right for so many different reasons. But when someone tells you, dog, you're a man, that doesn't light some type of fire under your ass, bro? That doesn't get you hyped saying, you know what? I am the man, dude. I've got to be the boss. And that doesn't mean you are a boss, you fucking douchebag, you fucking idiot. You don't get to be the boss just because you are a man. You don't get to boss around women just because you are a man, you fucking idiot. No. But since you are a man, you can be the boss. And you need to force yourself to challenge yourself, to grow, to be strong, to have resources, to be strong, to have status. So women will see you and they will say, fuck, I want that dude to be my king. I respect that dude. And you think women are respecting a dude that comes out here and can't speak the language for shit? And then sits around and complains about how his life sucks all the time? Oh, I can't speak the language. Oh, my wife won't fuck me. Whatever. Dude, you're a bitch. Way too many guys coming out here searching for wives. Chasing tail. Don't be that guy. Come out here, you guys have a purpose. You guys have a dream that isn't finding a wife. Come out here and chase that shit, guys. Do not chase women. Chase, like, hey, I don't mean to say all the cliches, but don't chase women, man. Chase the bag. Get your fucking chicken bag up. Go get jacked. Go to the gym. Get some goals. Get some goals. Start putting yourself out there. Women will see that. Women will respect that. Women will come. Don't be out here chasing women. I came all the way across the country. I left my family back in America. My grandma's dying at home. My dog is dying at home. My brothers are wondering where I am on their birthdays. And I came out here because I'm chasing tail. Because I'm chasing tail in a country where I don't even speak the language. You're fucking sad, bro. That's not embarrassing as hell for you? Come on, dog. Way too many dudes coming out here acting like that. I've heard this story way too many times. This is where simping gets you. Alright? Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. Now, if you guys want to be a badass, you gotta get on your purpose. You gotta chase some shit that's not a girl. You gotta find out, what the fuck do I actually want to do with my life, man? What do I want to chase after? What do I want to grind after? And go after it, dude. Fucking go after it. And, you know, and part of that journey can be leveling yourself up and going out and meeting people and going on dates. Not because you're chasing a wife, because you're desperate to have female attention, but because you want to learn about, okay, at some point I do want to have a wife, at some point I do want to have kids, and I want to figure out how can I vet people, how can I figure out the best way to find the best wife for myself. And then a lot of the times what you're going to realize is, oh shit, I need to level myself up, because the type of girls that do give me attention, the few that do give me attention, I'm not really interested in them. And the girls that I do want to give me attention, they don't give me any fucking attention at all. So I need to level myself up. I need to get my resources up. I need to turn into that king. Right? I mean, shit, I'm on it. I'm doing that right now. I hardly ever go out, dog. I hardly ever go out. But it's obvious. It's night and day. As soon as I started taking myself more seriously, stopped simping after my last breakup years ago, fucking hit the gym harder, got my priorities straight, chasing after shit. Girls start noticing, dog. Girls start noticing. Way better looking girls and nicer girls than the girls that noticed in the past when I was a loser. So, guys, don't chase. Don't chase. Chase your purpose. Don't chase women, all right? And by the way, I love women. Hey, shout out to women. Seriously. I know this video came off as me being a douchebag. Obviously, a good amount of this is me fucking around. But it's facts. It's serious. All right, guys. Young James. Thanks for watching. Hope somebody could take something from this video. Yeah, I'm here in Japan. I'm cool. So, all right. Peace out, guys.